Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be reacting to One-Eyed Jack's final video of Skylanders. Well, actually, I mean, I do say final video. I mean, it'll depend which order I'll put these like Skylander videos in. So you know, it could be this, it could be the first one, it could be the second one, or it could be the last one where it's supposed to be. I don't know where I'm going to put these videos, but I mean, anyways, yes, this is Square-Eyed Jack's video review of Skylanders, the Imaginator. So if you guys haven't seen this video, go and watch that video first, and as soon as you've done that, come back, watch me watch this. So let's continue. Like I said, this is the last one of the Skylanders that was recommended to me by my buddy, your favorite Canadian YouTuber, and again, he is a huge fan of Skylanders, and we've been talking about what will happen in the future, like in 2021, where there might be another Skylanders game in the future. I mean that's what he told me, and you know, who knows? I mean, the most if it does come out and Square Jack reviews it, I'll react to it. So yeah, Square Jack has been a great source of information when it comes to like the Skylanders thing. I mean, I wasn't like interested in like Skylanders, and to an extent I am, but it's a very interesting game, with the models and the games. I mean, the Superchargers, in my opinion, I think is the fun looking game. I mean, come on, it's kind of like Twisted Metal, except kid friendly. But all saying that, yeah, I mean, for me, I think this has been a great video series. Now, this is like I said, the next one is going to be Skylanders, the Imaginators. So yeah, with all said and done, let's get to watching. Okay, so this is Skylanders, the Imaginator. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Square-Eyed Jack, and 3, 2, 1, and go. Cherry Coke. Oh yeah. Got a lot of flavour in it. To be fair, I wish they would do more of a Spyro game again. I mean, ooh, he does not look pleased. He does not look pleased at all. He does not look pleased. Okay, what's going on?
Holy shit. We all remember when this game was announced. Activision let the air out of the room at E3 2016 with a trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
But then a hero emerged. After a long wait, finally, Crash Bandicoot was back with a trilogy remastered from the ground up.
Neat.
Thunderous cheers.
Yay.
But first, you get to play as Crash in Skylanders Imaginators.
Awesome.
Talk about shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were all excited.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
certainly excited for Crash Bandicoot, but where Skylanders was concerned, it was an exhausted groan at best. I think we all saw the writing on the wall that this was a last-ditch effort to generate some buzz around this franchise that it hadn't attained since it was originally a Spyro franchise prior to its debut
Of course,
in 2011.
it should be a
And
Spyro franchise.
retrospect is a powerful tool. I think that really hurt Imaginators. All I've ever heard people discuss with this game was the awesome Crash Bandicoot expansion and not much else. So before we take a look at this, which we will, trust me, I've seen the anticipation growing for years at this point. Before we take a look at that, I want to check out the feature presentation here to see why Imaginators was the final Skylanders game. Before we start playing though, I'd like to check out the new figures.
Okay.
The Senseis, as they're known in this game, feature a fair mix between new heroes along with various villains from Trap Team. Seeing some of these very memorable, well done characters like the Golden Queen, Hoodsicle and Dr. Crankcase finally get some actual figures is great to see. And the quality of the figures themselves is phenomenal. Highly detailed, a nice size, and just of an overall better quality than previous titles. That's probably why they were more expensive than normal at release, which may be the culprit for their scarcity years later. Anyway, we're introduced to the classic cast of Skylanders heroes as Spyro and Stealth Elf are having a race around the Academy. This
Neat.
is fascinating, honestly. The actual content here is complete nothing, but this may actually be the first time we've ever seen these characters actually have a personality and interact with each other.
Neat.
Finally, 6 games in, we've figured out how important that is. Of course, this is only because of the Netflix series being launched alongside this game, but still, I'm glad we're actually getting more than just plastic toys save the day. A crazy monster breaks into the library and steals a book, as our new Sensei friends warp in and scare it away, which leads nicely into the first level. And yeah, Spyro tags along. This would be such a nothing point in any other game, not even worth mentioning, but this is how it should have been from day one with this series. As we make our way through, we're introduced to some of the new gimmicks in each level. Sensei shrines that unlock special abilities that wipe the screen clear of enemies, the battle gongs which offer a combat challenge, and the
Battle Gong.
selfie spots. But otherwise, this is just more classic Skylanders. Eventually we come across the monster and... It was Chaos all along?
Oh,
Shocker!
I know.
Last time we saw him, he was being all chummy and living at the Academy, so...
Seriously?
Good to see the events between these two games is devoid of any continuity.
I know, right?
His plan this time is to use mind magic, like the ancients who crafted this world, to build an army of unstoppable monsters along with the help of a giant brain. Very original. But this brings us to this game's big mechanic. It's time to fight fire with fire. This is a creation crystal, and by placing it onto the portal, we're able to build our own Skylanders characters to use alongside the other figures.
Neat.
That is such a great addition to this franchise. Perfect for a kids game, and this creation system is actually quite extensive. From selecting your fighting style, full customization from a large variety of different body parts, weapons, colours, catchphrases, and other small details.
Damn.
Completing challenges within the game grants you Imaginite, which unlocks more of these items for you to choose from.
That's neat.
And wow, there is a lot to unlock here.
Neat.
So now that we've made Bone Blaster,
Bone
let's
Blaster.
take out this book leaf and complete the first level. Despite still having a smaller academy to explore, Imaginators introduces the mysterious ancient place as our hub area for the game. Mysterious ancient place. It spells map. Clever. Kids will love that shit. But the characters never just call it a map. They always say the MAP. Like, come on, why overcomplicate this? As a hub area, it's fine. We can run around, explore to find hidden locations, access new levels and replay old ones, as well as enter Sensei elemental shrines, which you need the correct figures to access, and basically serve as additional shorter stages for some extra loot and experience. Standard stuff, really. But I'm sure you all know by now that I like my MAPs compact and concise.
Neat.
So you can take a guess how this makes me feel. But anyway, I want to take the time before we continue to gather my creation crystals and make a bunch of characters. Depending on the weapon class you select, you'll get some differences in the size and style of moves. Certain weapons and other items are locked to specific classes, but for the most part, all of the different parts you find as you explore can be mixed and matched to create some tame or outright wild characters. You can select what
That's actually
abilities
pretty
you
clever.
want to have and upgrade them, though this is more basic
I like
than your
this
regular
idea.
figures. But I really like how much personality you can put into these if you're creative enough. You can even make them dance.
Techno, techno, techno,
They even get a
techno,
little custom catchphrase to say as well, mixed in with a large variety of different voice styles and effects on top of it.
Say hello to
My sword.
Hey?
As far as creation modes go, this is pretty strong for what it is. Melon Face here is a good start, but I'm in the mood for an undead Skylander today.
Ooh.
So let's go ahead and make one.
Okay.
Beware my ultimate awesomeness.
Ah, see, this is what happens when you buy these things secondhand. Sometimes they come with some 6-year-old's disgusting fantasies still on there. Seriously, kid, the absolute state of this shit. I don't want this. So let's simply reset the crystal so that we can start from scratch.
You think it's not gonna, is it? It's not gonna, you can't reset it. You can't reset it, can you? You can't reset it, can you?
You cannot reset creation crystals.
Boom, boom, boom.
Because fuck you. Appearance-wise and abilities, yes you can. But if you want to change the weapon class or to reset upgrades, then you're shit out of luck. The aftermarket private dealing of pre-owned Skylanders figures finally got to Activision so much that they decided, you know what? Fuck it. If we can't make money on those pre-owned figures, then neither can you. So we're gonna make it so that you can't reset these customizable items you paid good money for.
That is
We're going to
scummy.
sell you a bunch of BS treasure chests filled with randomly generated creation items that can only be used once per account. And we're also going to give you the option of microtransactions that also grant you randomly generated creation items
Scummy.
because we're a bunch of cunts. So,
Yes,
what now
I agree.
that we can't reset these things? We're far past fucked. Well, that would be the case if it wasn't for what I'd have to call an incredibly dedicated, passionate Skylanders fanbase that have discovered multiple workarounds for this issue.
Cool.
It turns out that you can actually reset these crystals.
Yeah.
There are various methods for this. The most well-known involves using the Nintendo 3DS versions of previous Skylanders games. 3DS Skylanders? Oh, Jesus. I hope you're ready to wait another 3 years before I talk about those. But since I don't own a 3DS, now we have to break out the retro Wii and specifically a copy of Skylanders Giants. Now you've got to set the fucking thing up, put the game in, and finally we're ready to go. Place your crystal on the portal, move to the options menu, and since the game doesn't recognize what this is, we can select to fix the broken figure, which factory resets everything on the portal.
That's neat.
Jumping back over to Imaginators now, we can see that, finally, we have the option to select our weapon class and start building from scratch. So take your time and don't rush.
Well
because
done.
this decision
Well done.
is final, you little shits. What a fucking mess. All of that just so that we can make a couple of custom characters and do the one thing this game is all about. I am fucking disgusted.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Finally, let's start playing through these levels. But what can I really say to sugarcoat this? Nothing really. This game is the epitome of mediocre, average, and uninteresting. I can't put it any better than that,
They should just go back to, like, Spiral the Dragon.
Just feels so bland and lifeless. Nothing happens in this game. You go into the level, do your regular business.
Everything's all corporate now. Everything's all corporate. Even Dragon Ball Z. They don't care about making anything good. They just want to make money. That's all it is.
Special boss encounters with decent fights.
I would rather play something that was
that introduce unique mechanics to make these stages feel truly memorable.
I would rather play a game that has passion in it than be corporate.
Stop and do a sensei realm before continuing with the main story just
Hey,
to
what can you
give
do?
myself a break. While these are still just more of the same, at least there is a simple level theme and something of a structural gimmick to go along with it. Earth World, you're breaking down rocks. Water has fountain puzzles. Life World has us growing items by planting seeds. And the Dark Realm is all about
the Dark Realm.
fondling balls. Well, it's still better than Tech World, where we just build a lame creature and that's it. But even
Build a lame creature? That sounds
is
awesome.
a breath of fresh air to contrast the main plot line of this game. In Superchargers, there was a sense of urgency and real conflict with the characters on both sides of the battle. Our actions had consequences. We travelled to such a strong variety of different locations. Whether you're a fan of the vehicle stuff or not, there was always something
The
new
vehicles
being offered
sound
around every
awesome.
corner. Hell, even Trap Team, at the very least, had some cool locations. The Bird Sanctuary, the Chef's Zeppelin, the sewers, and the future of Skylands. Here in Imaginators, we've got a generic river level, which is lacking everything that made all of the previous river levels so good.
How can rivers and lakes even
ends, and when it finally
be
does,
in the sky?
you're flying around trying to destroy a Christing guacamole monster.
Really? That kind of looks like the
That's
Great
how
Mighty
far we've
Pooh from
plummeted down the
Conquest.
creativity level.
I am
Golden
the Great
Arcade,
Mighty Pooh.
That is just really, really bad. And of course, my personal favourite level, Abandoned Amusement Park. That's actually what it's called. Did they just give up? Where is the clever and charming gimmick name? Call it Forgotten Fairgrounds, Rundown Roller Coaster, or Foreclosure Carnival. Fucking anything! Try to do anything with this game. But let me tell you what happens before you gain access to this level. The plan is to make a giant cake to fool Chaos into letting us inside of his castle.
Yeah.
So it's essentially a big Trojan horse. No, not that type of Trojan, that kind of Trojan. But to build it, first we need ingredients. So suddenly, we find ourselves roaming all over the giant MAP, travelling to different locations to complete these mini-levels, destroy some objects, defeat the bad guys, complete a short puzzle area. This
Crash
is so
Bandicoot.
bullshit boring, and it's all just fluff to pad out the experience due to the incredibly weak number of primary levels featured here.
I know a good match for Crash Bandicoot. What about Tasmanian Devil? That'd be awesome.
Because
They
this
can both spin.
series has completely run out. And trust me, the
Actually,
dopamine
Canadian
you're
YouTuber, if you're
supposed
listening to this,
get from
I have an idea
collectibles
for
and
a
unlocking
battle.
new stuff
Crash Bandicoot
is
versus
completely
Tasmanian
dead
Devil.
here.
Come on.
There is so much unlocking to get through. It's like a
Reason?
swim
Because they
through
can both spin.
quicksand. How is anyone supposed to feel excited or feel like they've achieved something when every 5 minutes you've got
The all
to
of this
stop
guy's
and
passion.
unlock something, completely killing the pace of gameplay? All of the flashy presentation too. This is the most blatant ADHD entertainment I've ever seen.
Woo!
And the saddest part out of all of this is that the Imaginators suck. They're weaker, have less upgrades, and can't access as much of the game, so why use them at all? It's the same issue I had with the regular Skylander figures in Trap Team. Why bother? That is such a letdown.
Yep.
Of course every kid wants to make their own character, so to see that after all of that effort we went through to even be able to make these characters, you feel like a chump when you realise that it was all for nothing. It's one thing to have a bunch of monotonous gameplay through boring levels, but wasting your primary gimmick just like all of the others is what makes these levels so unbearable for me. The only actually strong, balanced and fun, well-executed level in this game is Thumpin' Wumpa Islands,
Thumper
the
Wumpa
bonus
Island.
stage that you get for purchasing the Crash Bandicoot expansion
Yay!
pack.
He's going to do the Crash
I think
Bandicoot
it's
one.
finally time, people. Time for Crash to save the fucking day. The story here,
Right.
yes, this level actually features a narrative which is just so awesome to see. Crash is just chilling out to the dope jungle beats while on the other side of the island, Cortex is working on some crazy machine before Fake Crash interferes
Fake
and
Crash.
desyncs the musical harmony all over the island. So here we are. Look at this, I love it. This is a Crash Bandicoot level if I've ever seen it. Crates and Wampa fruit all over the place, tribal villages, blockades coming out of the walls. This is excellent thematically. You wouldn't expect to see that in this game after everything else. I'm stunned. Playing as Crash is really fun too. His moveset is
Crash
authentic while
Bandicoot.
still very
What?
different to anything else we've seen from him. Throwing
To be
TNTs out
fair, I
and
mean, the
spinning them
levels
into
still look
enemies
awesome.
is so much fun. Body slams, some new kick moves, and eventually you even get the jetpack and fruit bazooka. Holy shit! Everything about this is so vibrant. You know, I wasn't super into the musical theme at first. With the Jungle Beat puzzles,
Booga
I felt like I was
Booga
playing
booga.
Donkey Kong Jungle
Booga booga.
Beat on the GameCube. But, I don't know, it just seems to work. And I love all of the additional references with the Tiny and Dingodile statues, among having gems hidden throughout the level. Playing as Cortex for the first and really only other time since Twinsanity, as far as platforming gameplay goes, is also a lot of fun. We get to use his
Neat.
gun, Ooga Ooga is a shield, which I love, and he even breaks out the hoverboard and some magical staff dealy. The only
Seriously,
problem
magic?
is that Cortex is actually worthless. He's so incredibly weak and dies almost immediately as he spawns in, which makes it difficult to actually
he's the bad guy,
level
isn't he?
him up to get stronger. Crash is also kind of weak next to the other senseis as well, but he at least gets a life system. That's awesome. He dies with a cute animation and comes back to wreak havoc. But even with these additional hits and extra lives, both of these characters still seem to be so much weaker than everyone else.
What do you expect? He's
That
not a
such a
Skylander, is he?
shame. I actually decided to restart this level at one point because both of them got killed, and I don't want to play this level with these other characters. I want the authentic Crash experience. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I'm probably just shit at this game, and admittedly, I do have a very kamikaze approach to combating these games. But I still don't have this much issue with any of the other figures. But that's okay, because we've made it to the end of the level and get to have a showdown against Fake Crash. This fight is
Who's Fake
decent,
Crash?
but it's really tough to avoid some of these damaging attacks. Oh shit! Crash is about to die! I better switch over to Cortex.
Yep. Oh crap. Damn.
Well, he's an evil scientist. What do you expect? Crash is the real hero here.
Alright. Here we go.
Until he fucking dies too. God damn it. Who will save Thumpin' Wumpa Islands now? It can't be any of these characters. Surely not.
Okay, here we go. Oh, what's good? What's he doing?
Aha! Spyro will save
Yeah.
the day.
Yep. Damn it.
Okay then. Blackface Spyro will save the day.
Blackface Spiral.
Aside from the difficulty, or should I say, lack of strength when it comes to Crash and Cortex, this is a standout level from not just this game, but the entire series, and that just makes me so happy. But speaking of this series, it's time we finish it off by taking out that little squirt Chaos once and for all. After everything we've just been through, you can bet that I'm out of energy to rip this final level a new hole because it's just not worth it. It's far too short and just has us mowing through some bad guys until we reach Chaos, which is an okay fight. I love getting to see anime villain Chaos, but otherwise this
Super
is
Saiyan
nothing
Blue.
special and an incredibly flat finish. And
Somebody
once
took
it's
some
over,
inspiration, am I right?
nothing. The game just gets to end, and I'm just fine with that. Imaginators is the backseat of this franchise. While every other title had a fighting chance, being used to sell the Netflix series is why this game was doomed from the start. As usual, there is nothing super atrocious here to really give out about. It's just average. The levels are okay. The presentation is okay. The creation suite is actually very well fleshed out and would be a whopper addition if these characters weren't so useless next to the sensei figures. The only thing it really does that actually shits me to tears is give away the entire racing side mode from Superchargers, including paid DLC, entirely for free. What a cruel slap in the face to those who stood by this franchise during its decline.
Yep.
Thanks for that, Cuntavision. Skylanders Imaginators gets 5 out of 10. And there you have it, people. The weak and sloppy finish to the Skylanders series. Imaginators had more potential than any of the other games, in my opinion, to be an outstanding success, with the character creation and surviving alongside the children's TV show. But unless you're here for Crash Bandicoot, then this game has sweet FA to offer. But even with all that said, I've still really enjoyed my time with Skylanders. Yeah, it's never been perfect, but the simplistic, often well-executed format really gives it an instant nostalgia for me that will be fun to revisit in the future. Which is good, because there is still a lot of Skylanders that we've yet to cover. But that will have to wait for another day. So until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'm Square Eye Jack, and I hope you have a great fucking day.
Square Eye Jack.
Thanks for watching.
What can I say? He's right. That company is absolute scum. Oh, I mean, okay. Here's the thing. When he told me, says, "Oh look, I got this secondhand crystal thingy," and says, "I could just use that." But I mean, you can't unless you use another console and reset it and all stuff. And oh god, damn, that is very, very scummy. You can't even use secondhand models. I mean, how scummy is that? Tell me, come on, you guys have to admit that is pretty goddamn scummy. Oh, I mean that's totally unfair. I mean, only because they want to make a little bit extra money. It says, oh yeah, you can use this, but you can't use it all the way. It's bastards. Pardon my French, but yeah, they're bastards. That's what they are. I mean, seriously. I mean, can't they just just go back to Spyro and just have him just be like the main hero just for a while? I mean, maybe even team up with Crash Bandicoot. Because I mean, even though this is, this was supposedly supposed to be like, a spiral series, it's been more, like these like these different characters, and that shouldn't be the case. I mean, I would prefer more Spiral and Crash Bandicoot than Skylanders. I mean, nothing against Skylanders, nothing at all, nothing against the games or anything like that. But I mean, come on, Crash Bandicoot and Spiral. I mean, these two were like the biggest rivals back in the day, and for them to like, say, oh yeah, we're gonna use Spoil the Dragon, but and then they like push him to side to for like all these other characters. I mean, come on, seriously. You have to admit, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say it. The company who makes these models in games are scum for what they've done. Absolute scum. You hear me? They are scum. That's what they are. Absolute scum. God. Yeah, at 11 out of 10, scum. Absolute scum. I mean, don't knock them for like, for trying to make money and for people liking these things, but God, I mean, you have to buy. It just makes me angry, really, really angry. But saying that, these Skylanders games look very, very interesting, but like I'm gonna say it. I mean, Skylanders isn't really for me. I mean, I'm more of like a control sort of person. I mean, I'm not gonna be like one of those people who's gonna go like, you know what? I'm gonna give Skylanders a chance and just go get the console and get the game and try and get like all the models. I mean, this game's like about 9 years old. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to get the models even if I wanted to get the games. And like I said, I mean, like I said, it's not for me. It really isn't. It really isn't my sort of thing. I mean, I'll play some games, but this really isn't for me. It's like you say, says, yeah, it's a children's game sort of thing. I mean, it's kind of like like Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, people will would play like Yu-Gi-Oh on consoles, or even like play in real life. I mean, that's the thing. Is the thing. You know, when you go to like a shop, like a game shop or a collector's shop, and you're really into Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, I mean, I was into Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. Hear me on this. Back in the day, when Yu-Gi-Oh didn't have what were they called? What are they called now? Themed decks. Like, it's like, okay, Elemental Era Sparkman. I add Elemental Spark Gun or something like that, and that's one of the things that really makes me angry when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh these days. I mean, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in ages, but I can still remember the game. What I'm trying to get at is, I mean, back in the day, we had to make our own strategies. We had to, like, okay, if I want to get my monster stronger, I've got to add this to my deck. But these days, I mean, there's like an whole theme for like certain monsters. I mean, blue eyes, red dragon, red eyes, black dragon, blue eyes, white dragon, dark magician, all sorts of there's like all sorts of themes like that. And that's the thing that really ticks me off. Like, really ticks me off. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh was about like, getting like certain, like, if you saw a monster that you like, you just like put it in your deck, and try and get it out. And that's what I liked about it. And that's what Yu-Gi-Oh was like back in the day. You had to like, says, okay, got, but I could use this, got, oh, I got this. I said, oh, look at this, are super rare. Okay, I'm gonna add that. I could put these in my deck. That sort of thing. I mean, Skylanders is kind of like that, except, it's not a strategy. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if they did this with like Yu-Gi-Oh, like there was like a sort of like bar on the back. and he says, "Okay, I'm going to scan this into my game so I can use it." So, I mean, maybe you could like get like they could have used get like cards, and then says, "Okay, scan it, and it's in the like this like game." I think that's what they should have done, but I don't think people's going to like. Excuse me, I do apologise. That's what happens when you drink cherry coke. I mean, can you guys imagine if they actually did this like with like card games like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or Magic the Gathering? It's like, okay, I got this card, and there's a bar scanner, so you scan it and it goes into the game, and you can't you can't scan the same thing twice into your console, which would actually be that'd be fun, to be honest with you. I mean, that would really be fun. It could be, it's a little bit like Skylanders, except you gotta scan the barcode. But anyways, the main point, yeah, this was a very fun review on Skylanders. I mean, very informative, very fun, and very hilarious. So yeah. I'm finally done with that. So if there's anything you guys want me to react to, just leave it in the comment section below, and I will get to the video as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you guys want to go and check out my other social medias, I'm on Gab, Discord, BitChute, Dailymotion, Reddit, Subscribestar, Minds, Instagram, Twitch, DeviantArt, Pinterest, Parler, my anime list, and Vidya. And don't forget to check out my Skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. And my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And if you guys want to support this channel, I'm on PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.